Some 109 residents at Mosney in County Meath have been told that they must leave the centre today. Rosanna Flynn is the spokesperson for Residents Against Racism. She joins us on the line. Good morning, Rosanna.
Good morning.
OK, Rosanna, what's happening today?
They are expecting the Reception and Integration Agency to go down to Mosney and move along 109 residents, people who've been there for years, some of them 5, 6 years and more, and they have to up sticks and move to Dublin to a very overcrowded and much inferior accommodation. They're very angry about it. I mean, we know that Mosney is supposed to be temporary accommodation, but 5, 6 years is a very long time out of anyone's life. They have made friends. There is a community at Mosney that has built up. Also, Mosney is undoubtedly the best accommodation in Ireland. It's by no means luxurious. It is basic. The place is well run and the accommodation is adequate, whereas most of the other hostels in Ireland, some of them, the accommodation is very, very substandard.
Now, I know that more than 6,000 people live in a network of 50 asylum centres across the state, and I mean, they have very few rights when it comes to, I suppose, interacting with the community. I mean, they're not allowed to work, and they live on a welfare payment of €19.10 a week.
Yes.
But this was meant to happen last month, I believe, when these residents were meant to have been moved on. What happened in relation to that didn't happen then?
It didn't happen. The first time they were told to move, they were given something like 2 or 3 days' notice. That's all. I mean, that is absolutely treating people in the way that human beings should not be treated at all. Just informing them. And they were actually threatened with the riot squad, the police being called in, and their belongings put into the rubbish, And it did cause a lot of publicity. There was a really good campaign by the residents, and the media were very good in giving a lot of publicity to it, and it really highlighted the case, and it actually changed the way the government operated in that. They then said, well, the 60 people they'd originally told to move didn't have to, and they looked for volunteers to move. And in fact, they got volunteers to move. They got quite a few volunteers. Now, if they do want people to move to hostels in Dublin, and Hatch Hall is not the worst hostel in Ireland, there are people in other hostels in other parts of Ireland who actually want to move to Dublin. There'd be no problem in filling any vacant spaces in Dublin. Mosney really should be left alone. It's a model for other accommodation, and if needs be, they should reopen negotiations with the management to lease the people there.
Okay, so, I mean, have these people been in touch with the Minister for Justice, Dermot Ahern? I mean, what's his stance on this?
Well, I haven't personally. Residents Against Racism don't do that, We are coming totally from the point of view of asylum seekers, and we don't act as go-betweens. There are other groups who do that very ably, but it is not what we do. We work with the asylum seekers.
Okay, so why are they being asked to move? I mean, if they've been there for years, and I know that there's doctors, lawyers, clergymen, politicians, disabled people, there's children, they're all camped together for years on ending. So why are they being asked? Why is this move so imperative now?
I've read, they say the simple explanation that they give is that they are reducing places. There are no longer so many asylum seekers coming to Ireland, and they need to reduce the number of places available. Obviously, that's no problem. But there are some scandalously bad places, hostels in Ireland, and it seems that they're not properly inspected. There's no independent body that inspects them. They're really left to their own devices, and some of them should be closed. and Mosney should be left open.
Okay, but I mean, the overall idea is to actually have all of these asylum seekers moved out of Mosney eventually.
It seems to be that way.
Mm-hmm. How many people are in Mosney now at this stage?
Sorry?
How many asylum seekers are actually in Mosney at this stage?
I don't know how many are in Mosney at the moment. What is it? 700. Yeah, about between 700 and 800.
Okay, so
I believe at the moment.
And how long have they been there?
Well, I certainly know one woman who's been nearly 9 years, over 8.5 years.
And I mean, even after 8.5 years, I mean, nothing's been done for her. I mean, she's an asylum seeker. She's looking to be based in this country. She's been in Mosney for the past 8.5, 9 years.
Yeah.
She's getting €19.10 a week to live on. I mean, where are these people's cases being heard?
It's absolutely scandalous that cases are taking that long, you know. And it's not the fault of the woman concerned. You know, that is the whole system of dealing with asylum seekers needs to be totally scrapped and rethought of. There are many areas in which it falls down, and the length of time that it is taking is one of those areas. But there are other areas it's falling down very badly too. It
just seems ludicrous. I mean, 8 to 9 years to have a case heard to apply for asylum in this country. It just seems absolutely crazy. Listen, good to talk to you. Keep us updated, Rosanna, will you? And let us know how things are going.
I will indeed. Thank you very much.
And thank you, Rosanna Flynn, the spokesperson for Residents Against Racism, on her way down to Mosney.